What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. 100K track, YNW Melly. They family's been going at it. YNW Melly family been throwing shots at 100K track. They feel a little certain way about homie. They feel like he doing YNW Melly dirty. He on some police shit and he kind of cheating them out the money. That's a shock because Track been kind of hit the internet lately doing interviews, dropping songs and shit like that. A lot of people kind of forgot that he's actually King Von manager. So the internet kind of died down with those things and just jumped on the Chicago part of what King Von was doing. But a lot of people forgot that Track played a part in this. Not saying he had anything to do with this, but I do think his guidance, his leadership, his mentorship kind of led King Von the wrong way, in my opinion. And I don't think it was purposely, but I always say, when you got people in your camp who not there for 10 years, who not day one niggas, and it ain't too much love, I get it to day one. But when you don't have people around you who been around you before you had the fame, it's kind of like yes man, and everybody start eating off of your likeness, and nobody's gonna tell you not to do things like that. In my opinion, I felt like they were looking for a viral moment that night in Atlanta, and unfortunately it went different, if you ask me, especially with Track saying, somebody walked up on Von and told him, hey, them niggas in here. And Von just jumped out and knuckled up that fast. Seemed like this was like a viral moment, if you ask me. And then you got a guy like Track, who's the manager. He done been through several situations with Kodak Black, YNW Melly. You would think that by the time he got to Von, he would have kind of changed his mindset on things, making sure guys not going to events that don't supposed to be there, security game tight, guys ain't frontline, and if they selling a lot of records, not to fuck up their careers. And I don't think Track kind of pushed Von in that right light. Remember, the bigger Von got, the bigger Track gets. So a viral moment like that in Atlanta, knocking out Quando Rondo, could have pushed King Von's crazy status in the rap game. I think Track was weary of that. Not weary, but he was mindful of that. I'm gonna tell you another thing though. YNW Melly family is going off on him, and the crazy part, actually, JackBoy, old homie of Kodak Black is calling Track the police and shit like that. A lot of people feel like he using YNW Melly being locked up, King Von losing his life. He's using that to his advantage and helping blow his music up. And he's doing interviews, telling things that he shouldn't be telling. He's going a little too far in these interviews. I mean, I can understand that too to a certain extent, but don't get me wrong. Track was also shot there that day too. It was rumors that he set up Von and all kind of shit, so I think he had to clear his name. But I do get what people saying. Track might be doing too much. King Von trial is coming up soon, and I'm not sure if people know. Track did an interview with DJ Academics where he kind of alleged that Von was the aggressor. I think that interview gonna come back to hunt them, in my opinion. I'm not sure if that interview is gonna be the reason the case is lost or anything, but I do think something like that can come back to hunt you. That's why I want to ask you guys something. Do you think Melly family is wrong for coming at Track on the internet like that? I mean, they coming at him, Joe. Or do you think they got a point? Track doing interviews, dropping songs, using their likeness to build their careers and build his career. So I want to know, do you think Track bogus or do you think Track is doing what he's supposed to do? Because he was saying to them, got to get that money back. I'd love to know what you think. It's the homie Truth Teller Street Reporter. Blah, blah, blah.